Hello everyone. We're going to take a ride through the city. It's a nice day. It's hot when I'm not moving because it's all the gear. But when I'm moving, it's great. It's actually nice and cool. As long as I don't stop too long. So I've been talking with AT&T about the internet speeds, and I have the speed which is, if I understand correctly, DSL, so AT&T DSL and home internet, ATT Uverse. I think if I understand correctly, all of those systems are using the old local area network lines. Double check this for yourself though. But talking with Robert at Robert's Computer Hospital and then talking with AT&T, this is what I understand to be happening, is that we're using an old network, and AT&T, I've been having a lot of trouble with my upload speeds, and it looks like I'm going to have to put the home security system on its own network, because I think that was slowing down my uploads. I keep getting the plug pulled off of the camera. I might have to flip the camera upside down and put it on the other side of the helmet. I don't really want to do that because I have my mirror on the left side and I like it there, but I need the cord coming out of the top of the camera, which is the power plug and the sound, the mic, the plug-in mic. They keep getting pulled out every time I bump a tree or something, or a bush. I mean, anything overhead, not a bush, but a tree or a branch, anything that can grab that connection. See how I'm slowing down right here? When I was riding sitting down the other day, because I'm practicing sitting down so I could ride on the group rides, the long ones, sitting down. What happened was I did a backflip off the back of the electric unicycle because I tried to pull back and there's nothing there to push back against, so I just fell backwards. It was a reaction, and that's because I hadn't practiced slowing down sitting down. That was a new experience. So AT&T is helping me as best they can. They said that they wish they had their Uverse or their fiber available in my area. So right now there's going to be a tech person coming out and see if they can figure out what's going on. But the lines are just I think the lines are underground, so they can't be maintained. And I think at most what can happen is at most they can maybe switch me over to a different copper wire. What I'm experiencing is it'll test good, like it'll test a good speed, and then when I'm uploading, it just randomly gets stuck and goes down to like 0.88 megabytes per second or 0. It just won't even connect. It's been bad. And AT&T said they could see that. They see everything that happens on my connection. They see that all the times that I'm having trouble, it's all there. So they're sending someone out to see if they could do anything. But They said a lot of people have moved away. They've moved. Just imagine moving. I don't hear people talk about this. So imagine moving to a different location, a different home, a different area, just so you can have the fast internet speed in your area. It makes sense. And the gentleman I was speaking with, which was the escalation department, or it was a real high level of tech support, said, they don't understand why they don't have fiber in my area. But that's, I don't know who makes those decisions. But it's a thriving area, the community and the businesses and everyone needs. It helps the community to have fast access to faster internet, especially for business, right? And also for homes as well. Okay, I gotta cross, so I need to push this button. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I think I could probably go if I could not fall. And if this light stays green, it's still green, so I'm gonna go for it. Okay, wait for that light. There we go. Gotta push the button. If I don't push the button, then it just won't say walk, right? Pushing the button gives us more time. It'll say walk, and it gives you more time. Wash my tire. So we're going to be going on a ride later this evening. I'm not sure where it is. There's a Prius got hit in the back. Look at that. Really bad. I was hit in the back of a Fiat 500e, and I'm telling you, it didn't look like anything happened to it. But I was hit so hard. Like, what I mean is, the injury was so bad. Unbelievable. And it made me think, when a car looks like it's all smashed in, I'm just thinking, how can people handle that? I don't think they do, right? The injuries are bad. But also I was thinking that Fiat 500e, I don't know how good the crumple zones were in the back. Because nothing gave. It was like a rock. It's like I was riding around in a rock and someone hit the back of my rock. It didn't feel like anything crumpled. And I would much rather have it crumple to absorb some of that energy. It transferred all the energy to me, and I got a concussion. I got hit so hard I couldn't see for a few minutes. You ever done that? I've done that many times in my life, where you can't see. Imagine that. You're opening your eyes and nothing there. There's a Star Trek episode where I think it was is it Marty? I forgot the names. It's where adrenaline saved him. Adrenaline. And all the other people got sick. They were aging really fast, but adrenaline prevented the one gentleman from getting whatever that was causing accelerated aging. And I thought, I wonder if the adrenaline had anything to do with what allowed me to see again. Because I felt like this really powerful surges of adrenaline when I couldn't see. And then over time, I slowly started to be able to see again. Meaning, like, in the next few minutes, I could start to see. But the body's always resetting itself, right? There's so much happening in every single second. They say there's I think it's like trillions and trillions of everyone looks at the EUC, right? They all look at the electric unicycle. It's like the body's, every cell, I think, is calculating trillions upon trillions of calculations per second. And every cell, and then there's a harmony. There's something taking place where the cells communicate with each other, right? And every single cell is being informed by the 0 point field, right? Hi. I was just curious if you could put tint on this device, on this thing.
No plastic.
It won't go on plastic? What if it was, they don't have glass, I guess.
What?
I was thinking if they had glass, I don't think, well, if it was glass?
Yeah, I'm sure they sell those with tinted glass.
Okay. But could you put the crystalline on glass?
Not on a sunglasses, on a car glass.
Oh, okay, but not on sunglasses?
You can't conform to the shape.
I see. Okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
This is a really good place to go. Let's see what the name of it is. Megaplex window tinting. They have crystalline tint here. But if you're looking for the best price, you could shop around. But they have, you know, the license to do that work. I was told that not all the places have the proper licensing, and they still are putting the tint on. I don't know how that works. So not on plastic. I didn't know that. You can't put the crystalline on plastic? I'm gonna look into that. Wonder why. It probably melts it because they have to heat the tint up probably. It'd probably have to be a risk, like take a chance on it. Okay, can I go? I don't know if I can go. They have a red for turning, so they're not supposed to turn. Okay. So crystalline tint blocks the UV, not just the UV, it blocks the infrared. That's what makes things hot, right? Infrared. You block the infrared and you won't have heat on the other side of that. So it keeps the car cooler. And I was told a lot of the tints are switching over to that or integrating the infrared. Oh shoot. A bee went in my helmet. Or a fly or something. It's still there. There it is. See that bee? He didn't bite me though. Thank you, bee. Did not bite me. That was a bee. Okay, now I'll be wearing the goggles. If I had the goggles on, I think it wouldn't have went in my face like that. This is probably why people wear street bike, or not just street bike, but this is probably why people wear the helmets that have the shield in the front that doesn't let anything get into your face. That bee went right into my face area and it went like by my eye, and I was careful to not squish him. I didn't want to squish him because then he might sting, right? So I was just trying to push him away. I was gently trying to push him away. And I'm really glad he didn't bite me or sting me. That could have been bad, right? Or especially if it was in the eye area. I don't know if you saw that coming into the camera. I saw it crash into my glasses and then it rolled down on my cheek. So I'm gonna wear my goggles. He still could get in here because the goggles don't totally shield anything from coming in there. So the only reason I haven't switched over to a helmet, I have some helmets that I like a lot. Dawn Champion has a helmet. I forgot the name of it. Is it EXO Scorpion? There's several different models. There's like carbon fiber, different looks, different designs. But I didn't see any Snell rated, SNELL. That's an absolute requirement for me. I mean, I prefer it. I was told to only use that helmet by friends. To only use Snell rated helmets, right? So I didn't even hear of that rating system until people I haven't talked to in a while that race motorcycles at the highest levels of professionalism They said you have to get a Snell rated helmet. That's required. That's absolutely required. I was like, okay, how come no one's talking about that? Wow. So, and then I read articles on people saying, no, we're not going to Snell rate our helmets. We don't need that. That's for high speed. We're doing 40 plus miles per hour on these things. To me, how fast do we need to go until we get Snell rating? I want the best protection. I want Snell rated, and you can feel it when you feel a Snell rated helmet. When you put it on, the feeling of it, the way it hugs your head and squeezes, and the support, the feeling of support, it's really good. These are all intersections right here. Every single driveway is an intersection. I really hope you guys get to see this video. I've deleted like in the past week like 100 videos that just were not uploading, and just taking too long to upload. AT&T was telling me they lose a lot of customers to when they don't have the fiber in a certain area and they need it. The customers will move to a different area that has fiber. And I was telling AT&T that I prefer AT&T and don't want to go to Spectrum, because that's just my personal preference. And then the AT&T also said they can't compete with Spectrum, so they don't even know if they'll bring fiber into that area. But I'm gonna research it further and find out. So I'm wearing my I don't know what you call a boot that goes up to the knee, but it's just the regular motorcycle boots, not the low. I want to call them low tops, but they're called high tops, but they just cover the ankle, right? That's what I used to wear. Now I'm wearing a boot that goes up to my knee, but I'm wearing my Delete knee pads. Okay, can I cross right now? What's that? Looks like a broom. It's a cord on it. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to go into the street right now. Okay, it's clear. I like these mirrors right here. They let you see blind spots on sidewalks. So the boots I'm wearing are for street bikes, and they go up to my knees, and I'm also wearing my Elite knee pads, and I like that combination. That might be my new combination that I wear now, because I was wearing the shoes more like a shoe. That was made for motorcycles, but it didn't protect enough of my shin, and I hit the side of my my shin, and there was no protection there. So I thought, let me start using the boots that protects that area. Really glad I didn't get stung by the bee. I'm really surprised by that. Landed right on my cheek. It was crawling around on my cheek, on my face, and I had my sunglasses on, but it could have went toward my eye. But I was told that bees, I'll say generally speaking, they're peaceful. They're not going to attack us. I know some bees under certain conditions will attack. If you smack a bee away, it'll sting you. I was told that. When I was a kid, I was shown that you can put water in your hand and the bee will drink from your hand. It'll drink right there. I was shown that when I was very young. I was probably like 3. I remember everything from my childhood. I actually remember everything. I remember before I was born. I remember being born. I remember everything. Okay, where are we? Central. Gotta watch for cars. Some cars drive really, really fast. I was talking with one young man that said the fastest he ever went is 150 miles an hour through the city, running red lights, and did that many times. And I was really surprised. He did get caught one time, or got caught a couple times, and I don't know how he got out of that, or if he got out of it. I mean, I'm guessing you're going to pay some fines and who knows what else. And I don't know exactly how fast he was going when they caught him, but yeah, the police don't like speeding. Even though I saw an article recently that was saying that speed was not a big contributor to vehicle accidents. Even though, now I read that article on Facebook, but I've seen many cars wrapped around telephone poles in my life, and the people didn't live. I mean, as far as I know. Sometimes they would take one person, the ambulance would take one person, the other person was left there. I think they were taking the person that seemed like they might live. It's really sad. And that's from speeding, right? That's speed. But this article I read on Facebook said that speed does not contribute. It only contributes to like 1% of accidents. But here's the thing. What I said it's not so much, maybe it's, according to this article, maybe it's not so much the speed that's killing people as it is the automobile. Because the automobile, I've heard this my whole life, it's a killer. The automobile kills, if I say it that way, it does, right? You're in a car and you die. 35,000 to 45,000 people each year for the past like half century, right? For the past 50 years. 5 decades or longer. And let all these cars go. Oh, that light changed. Okay, let's see what's happening. Where am I right now? So yeah, just driving is what seems to be real dangerous. Just driving, you know. And they say a lot of people are in bad accidents that don't even see it coming. They just get hit by someone else behind them or next to them that has, it's a combination of events, right? It'd be interesting to compare how safe is micromobility compared to the automobile, because they say the automobile is like the most dangerous thing there is. I mean, one of the most dangerous things, but it takes a lot of life. And there's 3.3 million serious injuries each year, just in America. These statistics are just for the United States of America, okay? 35,000 to 45,000 deaths every year in the United States of America related to car accidents, and then 3.3 million serious injuries connected directly to car accidents, automobile accidents. So it is dangerous, and I don't see, I mean, of course there's always a talk about, oh, we're making the airbags better, we're changing this, we're making it safer. But what articles were pointing out that I had read when I was doing research on this years ago is that all the things that we're doing and all the trillions of dollars we spent on this, it's not really changing the numbers. And some studies indicated that and concluded that the airbags and the safety stuff, a lot of that stuff was causing more injuries. And then they're debating over whether there's more injuries but less deaths or not. And they said the deaths didn't seem to really change. It didn't appear to be saving life, but it was creating more injuries. That's what was being demonstrated in the article I read on it long ago, like I said, some time ago. And sometimes articles don't remain available. Yeah, when people see me with all this gear on, there's a reason the gear's on. Because when you wear the gear, when you fall, it's just like you just get back up, usually, right? I mean, there might be instances where you have to sit there for a minute and collect your breath. But if there was no gear on or didn't have the wrist guards on with the shock absorbing impact, there, see that? That's a shock. That's a shock. It flexes, so it absorbs. Absorption is really important, right? Crumple zones, absorption. Automobiles call it crumple zones. Okay. But I'm imagining more people riding micromobility. Sounds exciting. See, right away when that lady saw me, she smiled right away. Then I waved afterward. But people, it seems to bring joy to people. It makes people happy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're like, oh, this person's enjoying themselves, or they're doing something different, right? Imagine if more people rode micromobility. I mean, bicycles and just anything, whatever that your choice is of micromobility, whatever that is. I'm surprised that bee went into my helmet right now, because I've went through an area in the mountains with the group ride, I think it was last week, where on your right, where what happened was there was a lot of bees in a certain area, and none of them went in my helmet. Okay, everyone, True Zero Emissions signing off for the moment. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, and we'll continue riding. I mean, we're going to go up and practice in the mountains today, and then there's a separate ride tonight, and I'll take you along on that too, okay? So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, bye, everyone. Stop recording.